Hey, y'all, listen up. I got something you don't know, and it's stuff outside the 540.
Passed out, then woke up. I looked around the room and everything's all filled up with all the homies, headphones, rello raps, and last night was a heck of a congregation. I don't want to implicate my conversation, but
How's it going, everybody? This is the Local Flavor segment, the segment that brings you everything going on here locally in the 540. Once again, I'm sitting in the studio with my buddy, friend, co-host Thomas Robinson.
Hey, what's going on, listeners? And this is the who knows what episode of the 540 show.
But we're still here. We're still doing it.
Still here.
Yeah, we're trying our best. Moving forward, Thomas, I think that you have some news as far as the website goes, correct?
Sure do. I got two things to tell you. Number one, if you have our old app, delete it. Delete it. Get rid of it.
We are done with the app.
And if you can't delete it, throw your phone in the trash can, buy a new one, and re-download everything else except for that old 540 show app. It's done.
Make sure you buy some
done.
new headphones, too.
It's done.
When Thomas gets done yelling at you.
That's right. You're going to need some new earbuds.
Earbuds. Airbud. I love Airbud.
That's a good movie. It's a good movie. No, but that was a third-party company that we were going through, and they stink, and we're not going to be working with them anymore.
But we have new things coming. Don't you worry.
That is right. We are. My man Gabby, you guys already know about Gabby. You hear his name every single day. Shout out to Gabby. Is working on a new website and app with a new developer, and everything looks great. I saw it yesterday. I wish I could show you now, but I can't. I'm not going to. Why? Because it's not 150% ready. It's not awesome enough to give to everybody, but it will be in probably about a week, maybe two, something like that. But it's going to be great. It's a night and day difference. Night and day.
Shout out to Gabby for all he does behind the scenes. And everything he does with the 540 show. A lot of work done behind the scenes that you guys don't always see or hear about, but we can give him his due diligence right here, and that's what we're going to do. We have a spot of the week, so go ahead and hit all the sound bites.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us what the spot of the week is?
Yeah, so this week's spot of the week is here. It's a local business. It's right around the corner. It's actually right there past 4 Mile Fork. It is called Mims Auto Service. That's right. You can get everything that you want or need done with your car. You can find them out 10825 Hauser Drive. That's Suite D in Fredericksburg, Virginia, in 22408. It is a fantastic place to go. I get my car fixed there every time that my car goes bad, and trust me, it goes bad quite often. Mims Auto Service is a small 1 to 2 man operation providing you with a personal and professional repair services. While Mims does all levels of car work, including routine maintenance and services, it mostly provides customers with its specialty in repairs like transmission and motor and electrical work. So anything that you need, make sure that you give them a call at 540-891-6307. And that's Mims Auto Service. Yeah!
Boom.
Spot of the week.
That was this week's spot of the week, Mims Auto Service.
Boom.
Boom. Boom.
What
Man,
you got?
I'm so proud of you, man. That was really good.
Yeah, I don't usually do like reads, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You don't really, I don't
Yeah,
do
you don't do too many of the reads, but
well?
I'm actually happy to know you can read.
Not only can your boy rap, but I can read.
Hey, but I was talking about how there was a dispute in Spotsylvania County. Did I not? Did I say something about that?
Yes, you did. You teased that a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to get into what that was about. This is what the title says, and this will shock everybody. Elderly Spotsylvania man shoots, kills neighbor in property dispute.
Really?
Happened right here in Spotsylvania.
In Spotsylvania. Do you got an address at that place?
An 80-year-old Spotsylvania man was arrested on murder charge Sunday after police say he shot and killed his neighbor over a property line dispute. Deputies from the Spotsylvania County Sheriff's Office were called to the 7200 block of Young Lane for a report of a shooting. When they arrived, officers found Louis H.G. Prudhomme, 65, lying in the driveway of his home with a single gunshot wound to the chest. Prudhomme died a short time later, officials said. That is unbelievable. So this guy, Larry Johnston, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder at the age of 80 years old.
He's just a guy stuck in his ways. Didn't want anybody on his lawn.
The county sheriff urged residents to contact law enforcement if they ever encounter someone who is verbally or physically aggressive. Johnson and the victim lived in the only 2 homes on the street. So these guys got into a little bit property line dispute. That's a thing that happens out there in the country. You got all this land, and you want to find out where it ends. Where do you own? How far out do you own? And I think they got in a little bit of a fight. And I know a lot of times it's over hunting land and stuff like that. So you never want to see anybody get shot over something like that. So that's
How
terrible.
old was the shooter?
80.
80. So and the guy who got shot was 52?
65.
So what probably happened was they got into this argument, whatever it was about. The 62-year-old probably became physical on the older guy. The older guy shot because he ain't gonna fight. He's 80-something years old. That's not making it any right,
Yeah, it says
right,
here the
but that's
victim had
probably
a
what happened.
landscaping crew at his house doing lawn maintenance when the shooting happened.
Did he have the gun on him, or did he have to go get the gun and come back?
I guess he probably had it on him. It sounds like that maybe the landscaping business was clearing something they probably shouldn't have. That was not
And
on
he's like,
his
wait,
land.
wait,
And they got into an argument and shot him. That's terrible. Never
Yeah.
want that to happen. So don't shoot anybody. That's this week's lesson of that. Is you don't want to shoot anybody ever. That's not a good thing. Don't be shooting people.
Not over stuff like that.
Yeah, anything like that. Don't be shooting.
I mean, settle some. A lot of people, and that's the thing. A lot of people get into these arguments, and it becomes like a battle of who's, the bigger man, who's the stronger guy. And nowadays, especially in Virginia, man, so many people have guns on them or very close to them. Like if it's not on your person, it could be right in your car. So yeah. I didn't know if you were listening. You were like,
no, I was reading more about it. There's nothing really else to say. They didn't really leave too much up to. There's a lot of speculation. That's what they say. They leave a lot up to speculate. There wasn't any more information to give there. But hey, that happened right out in Spotsylvania, so be careful. If you get in an argument with your neighbor, it's probably best you win the argument when you walk away. Let's do that.
well, yeah, definitely don't win it when you shoot somebody. 'Cause that's a whole world. You just put yourself in a whole world of mess right there.
But hey, you want to do some fishing this summer? I know I do. I love fishing. And I got a couple tips for you if you're looking to fish in the old Rappahannock River.
The Rappahannock.
Now, the Rappahannock River is a good fishing river. There's regulations. You can only get, when it comes to black bass, smallmouth, largemouth, and spotted, you can only get 5 per day. There's no length limit for that, though. They have rock bass, catfish, striped bass, shad, and herring, and other species. You can get some fishing supplies at Chlor Bros Outfitters on River Road, Friends of the Rappahannock. You can also get them at Outdoor Adventures of Rappahannock Angler, Rappahannock River Campground. All these places where you can go to get fishing gear. You need a pole, a bucket, some hooks, a line, everything. You're good to go. You can use some night crawlers down in the Rappahannock River. This is anywhere on the Rappahannock River.
Okay. And there's no limit to as many fish as you
5.
can have. Oh, there is.
5 when it comes to bass.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not much of a fisherman. I couldn't tell you. Sorry.
Angler.
about that.
You're
Sorry.
not much of an angler.
What is that? An angler.
A fisherman.
An angler.
Fisherman's not really a word.
Okay.
An angler.
Okay. Where did the word fisherman come from? I've heard that my whole life.
No.
It's not a real
You
thing.
made it up.
I did not make that word
How'd
up.
you hear it your whole life if you ain't into the whole fishing thing?
I mean, you watch movies. You know what a fisherman is.
Well, no one ever said fisherman in the movie.
Yes, they did.
No.
I can name 10 movies right now where they say the word
What?
fisherman. Where's the movie? 50 First Dates.
They didn't say fisherman.
Yes, they
They
did.
said angler.
No, they did not.
They
No
said
one
angler.
ever said angler.
They said angler.
Angler is not a word. You know what? You making that up. Angler's not a word.
Angler's a word. I'm going to look up the word angler right now, and I'm going to look up the word that doesn't exist, fisherman.
I'm gonna look up fisherman because it does exist, and we're gonna watch FISHERMAN.
I'm sure the word fisherman exists at like a hotel or something like that, but
fisherman. The first thing that pops up is a man fishing.
what's an angler?
To be assumed to be a fisherman. Okay, like
A person who fishes with a rod and a line is an angler.
a rod in the line. So I guess you could be a fisherman and like deep sea, like you could dive into the water and like spear the fish, and technically you're still a fisherman, but you're not an angler. That's possible. What do you think about that?
I don't like the word fisherman. I would rather use the word angler.
Well, I'm gonna say fisherman because I don't like angling.
Well, you don't fish, so it doesn't matter. You're neither of these. So if you would like to be an angler or a fisherman, go down to the Rappahannock River and take your pole and your line and your bait. Night crawlers are suggested. Moving forward, we do have the date. Like I said, I'll say it again. Dixon Street Park, June 10th. Come out for the soccer. It's not a tryout. It's just a get-together. So if you've never played soccer,
It's
don't
a
be worried.
tryout. It's a tryout. If
But
you
we're here
can't-
to win
If
championships.
you can't kick the ball
You're out.
You're
We're
out.
gonna tell you to politely go back home.
Look, if you what's that show? If you Charlie Brown the Joan every single time,
If you Charlie Brown the Joan
Every time.
the Joan every time, then you're.
then I'm sorry. I mean, you know what? We might have.
What
a
do you mean to
position
say?
for-
If you miss the soccer ball when it rolls to you, you are gone.
every single time?
But yeah, so this has been the local flavor segment. Like we said, shout out to Mims Auto Service. That was our spot of the week.
That
You can
is
get
our-
all your auto service needs done there. Why don't you shoot that number out one more time?
That number is 540-891-6307. 540-891-6307. That's 10825 Houser Drive, Suite D in Fredericksburg, Virginia 22408.
Yep. Give a man a fish. You feed him for the day. Teach a man to fish. You can feed him for a lifetime. If you want to do some fishing, get out on the Rappahannock. Don't shoot anybody over property disputes. This is all stuff that we learned in the local flavor segment. Coming up next, and what you don't know outside the 540, we have tragic news about what happened in Manchester. Shouts out to people in Manchester.
Shouts out to
Terrible bombing at the Ariana Grande concert. We'll get into that. And,
Billboard Music
what we
Awards.
think about that. The Billboard Music Awards, that was really exciting. And we also have a new bit that Thomas is doing, right?
Yep, it's called Bad Bits.
It's called Bad Bit. So we're going to have something that is a bad bit, and you'll find out more about that when we come right back.
Boom.